Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Amber Campbell. I'm an author and freelance editor, and today we're talking about the marketing experiment I performed from around October 15th to November 15th, specifically on YouTube Shorts, and whether or not I gained more of an audience and sold more of my books by uploading every day. Little caveat here, I think I only uploaded like 75% of the time, but I think that was still very significant given some of the results I got here on YouTube. Maybe could be better for my book sales. So all in all, to break it down, today I'm going to be talking about the results, the consistency, the style differences between YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, because I dabbled in those a little bit. There'll be a whole separate video when I finally hunker down and do those. The trends and the time it took me to actually go ahead and follow this path to upload it every single day. And without further ado, let's get into it. So I mentioned that this was between October 15th and November 15th. But I've got the numbers here. October 15th of 2023, I had 76 subscribers on YouTube. And as of December 2nd, which is the last time I checked, I had 124. So I'm not the best with math, but I believe that's like a 65% increase, which I think was really good considering that it's a very niche market. I'm not just going with trending stuff, and which we'll get into later, but it's more of specifically the book marketing that works on YouTube. And to go from 76 subscribers, which I was sitting at for about 2 months, to suddenly jumping to 124 in about a month and a half was really awesome for me. And that just shows me that YouTube Shorts is best to kind of be seen and to grow the audience initially. And then the long form videos are what's going to keep your audience coming back and really ingrain that sense of community. So on average, back in October of 2023, my average views per video was about 48 to 125. This is more of the shorts themselves, but for my long form videos, this was about the same as well. As of December 2023, when I last checked, they're averaging about 105 to 155 views per video. Again, huge increase. That's more than double, so I'm really happy about that. More for double on the shorter end. But I'm also loving that YouTube is pushing me more in the algorithm, even if it's a small amount. And I noticed that when I uploaded about 3 to 4 days in a row on the YouTube Shorts, those third and fourth videos are the ones that really took off within the first 3 hours. As for the book sales, not so much. So I saw 3 organic sales. 2 directly came from YouTube Shorts. 1 was from Instagram Reels. But still, I mean, to think that the 81 pre-orders I did, I kind of knew where about 70 of them came from, for sure. So I'm also learning how to do this organically. And I think this is a more realistic view for new authors out there, especially those who are self-publishing. We see a lot of, authors on here. For example, Sarah Cannon, Bethany Atazada, and they all sell really well. Katie Wismer, they sell thousands of books. But they've also been doing this for quite a few years. Sarah Cannon, I believe she's been doing this for about a decade. They have huge backlists now at this point. I believe all 3 of them, I know Sarah Cannon has a lot, but I believe all 3 of them have officially hit the 10 book mark for books they've published. And so it's really important to remember that when you're starting out, it's okay to only see 3 sales in a month, because that's going to be more realistic until you actually have that backlist going and you build up more of an audience. So just really quickly on Instagram, I have now officially 200 followers, and those are all followers I've gained since the start of 2023. So I'm moving very slowly, but I'm also figuring out what works for me early on, and especially what's consistent, which is going to be my next point. Segue was not intended, but that works out really well. Consistency is key, and I know we've probably heard that a million times, especially if you're someone who is, looking into fitness or studying, anything like that. Being consistent with something is how you're going to get results. And I did the math. I uploaded 37 shorts over 50 days because the goal was October 15th, November 15th. I stretched it on to December 2nd because I realized I hadn't uploaded 30. I really wanted to get there. So 37 shorts over 50 days, which I would like to be a little bit higher on. I'd like to be about 80% of uploads in a certain time period. And as I mentioned before, I definitely got more views when I uploaded within 24 to 27 hours of the previous, regardless of what audio I was using, which was interesting. A lot of my audio is Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and just my favorite artists. And I've noticed that, again, we're going to go into trending, but if it was consistent and this was the third or fourth video I'd posted within like a 4-day span, regardless of the audio, YouTube was going to push it. So that is something. And even if you're not someone who can upload a long form video every day, in my niche, my industry, that's really not necessary. Once a week is perfectly fine. I would recommend uploading a short every day, whether it's a marketing towards readers, whether it's something helpful for other authors, whether it's editing tips, maybe it's a book you're reading and you want to talk about it for 10 seconds. Uploading every day on the shorts is only going to boost your long form video when you finally get around to publishing that, whether it's once a week, twice a week, whatever your schedule may be. So the next thing I want to talk about is the style differences in between the videos that do well on YouTube Shorts versus the ones that do well on Instagram Reels. And there's a couple different nuances here. Firstly, YouTube viewers love when the book is on the spine and we just see the pages and we've got the tropes listed. We have really spicy lines or really tense lines listed, or for my sake, I'll just put really the most suspenseful pieces or lines of the poem. And that's what really hooks them in. And then for me personally, I like to slam it over and then highlight the cover. Those do the best for me, no matter what I'm doing. Again, no matter what the audio is, those are what do really well. Over there on Instagram, those did not do well at all. Even when I used their little arrow trending audio, got nothing. And what I found is Instagram likes it when you have about 10 to 15 images that are only on the screen for 0.2 or 0.3 seconds going in the background, and then you have the quote there in the middle. And those, I was really excited because I was looking back at my social media video I posted back in October, and I had talked in that video about, one of my Instagram Reels got 300 views. Yeah, I just had one hit 3,000. So, and that's another thing. YouTube Shorts will peak within about 12 hours. And Instagram Reels will peak over the course of a month. Instagram Reels is a long haul. You can upload something and then see a boom from it a month later. YouTube Shorts, if it's not picked up in that first day or two, odds are it's not going to get picked up at all. So that's just something to mention for the style differences, and also something that frustrated me because the videos I made for Instagram Reels didn't necessarily translate over to YouTube. So for me, it was double the work, which is where I'll be going into time. And it's kind of a little bit out of order from what I mentioned, but I'm going to jump right into time because that is really relevant, I think. It took me about 15 minutes per day to upload to YouTube to film a little video. There are ways you can make that go faster. You can go ahead and just film the book being on the spine and then flipping over, just no audio, nothing, about 15 seconds worth, and then just crop it as you need for whatever quote you're doing. But for me, after that month experiment, I did realize I need to pick one day a week. For me, I'm doing Sunday, where I just do all of my social media posts, whether it's static posts for Instagram, whether it's writing a longer post for LinkedIn, where I've got a little bit more of a writing community there, whether it is, making the reels and the YouTube Shorts. I just need to spend one day, maybe 2 hours max, trying to get all of that done. And that way, as I'm posting, I'm just uploading the video and going. And that for me, I think is going to be ideal. Marketing is not something I necessarily want to think about every day. It's something I want to have done every day. But taking the time creatively to think about it each day a week was very draining. And it kind of took away from the writing itself, which is the most important part of my job. And I always did tend to get the most views either early in the morning or late at night. When I'm saying early and late, I'm talking 7 to 8 a.m. and then 7 to 9 p.m. just worked the best for my audience and however YouTube was working. I noticed whenever I uploaded videos more in the middle of the day or the afternoon, they never really took off. So that's another big thing to consider is what time you're uploading. Maybe, put out the bell notification on some of the YouTubers who are really big on shorts. See when they're posting and see what niche they're in and see how that correlates with the one that you are doing. Next up is the obvious one. It is trending audio. No matter what platform you're on, jump on the trending audio because that is what those sites' algorithms are designed to push out towards viewers. So for me on YouTube, whenever I used trending audio and it was really hot within the first 48 hours or so, I noticed that those videos consistently got 1.2 thousand views to 3.6 thousand views, which is fantastic considering that sometimes I only had 100 subscribers. And that is really the best way to get noticed, to gain those subscribers, and then hopefully they'll stick around for the long form videos and kind of help push you out more towards other individuals who are liking that kind of content. So, and this is, the really hard part of the job is scrolling through YouTube Shorts. Try to find it as close to your niche as possible to get ideas and inspiration, but also look at what's just the hottest shorts and see what audio they're using, and just see if there's any way you can purpose that audio for your work. For me, poetry, I can't use some of it because it just doesn't fit at all. But if you've got something that's a little bit more broad, like fiction, or you can highlight a character, by all means, go for it. Jump on the trending audio as much as you can, because remember, you're not going to be remembered for the shorts. You're going to be remembered for your long form videos. And that's what people are still coming to YouTube for. If they only wanted short form, they'd stay over there on TikTok. But YouTube is so broad in what it offers. It's not just entertainment. It's also education. And I think that's what can really help you broaden your audience on that platform. So all in all, those are my 5 biggest takeaways from uploading to YouTube Shorts every day. Like I said, I definitely want to do it every day for 30 days. I still need to do that. However, I know that I'm going to be going out of town here in the next 2 months. I say out of town, I'm going out of the country in the next 2 months. So I know that I need to kind of set it up so that I'm not out of the country during that time. But I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot of things. I did take a marketing course on Udemy, which was a lot of fun. And I highly recommend that for everybody. Whenever you're learning a new skill, regardless of what it is, definitely take courses on it. I mean, Udemy always has sales going on. I'm not sponsored or affiliated, by the way. It always has sales going on. If you like Skillshare, go for it. I don't think that the quality of the courses on Skillshare meet the quality of Udemy, which is why I'm over there. But whatever you're able to do, whatever you can afford, definitely jump on that. And let me know in the comments below if you are selling a creative item, whether it's a book, music, art, whatever the case is. Let me know how you've been doing, what has worked for you, what's your favorite part of the marketing, because quite frankly, I love it. I'm enjoying this so much that I have to stop myself and actually go back to writing, because I'm not doing that one as much. I need to do that more. But thank you guys so much for joining. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the clicky button thingies. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good.